guess, you know.
Yeah, absolutely dead. It might not be dead in y'all like age of time, cause y'all know y'all still going based off everything that
Still
y'all
stick to
did.
some of
You know,
those
y'all
old.
sticking to the plan. You feel the old way, the old day type stuff.
I can see that.
But the younger folks,
They ain't studying no about none of that.
man, all they want is food and drugs and sex and all that type of stuff. If you buy nowadays, you buy a girl a meal, you feel me? You get some cat.
You ain't got to hold the door for
Yeah,
her.
you gotta try hard, you feel me? It's just a few words.
You let her supersize her meal, she gonna give it up to you.
It's all it takes.
Take.
Or smoke a blunt.
No.
Smoke a blunt with her. Or give her half of a hand or something like that.
But see that right there,
It's not everybody.
back in my day, that's what it was. You know, 'cause most girls, you know, they like to get high. You know, and you smoke a blunt with them, if they drink, you buy them some drink, you got a party. You know, and that's usually how parties used to last with us, man. I mean, back then it was safe to, excuse me, rent damn hotel room for the night or the weekend. Get your little sack and your little bottle. You have a party. You know, and like you say, we wouldn't put it like this. You wouldn't have to do that unless it's your main lady. Now with us, if it was your main lady, not some just chick you just dealing with. When you're young, I would say chivalry was still going on back then. But y'all saying even with your main lady, y'all don't think it's nobody really follows that.
I mean, for me, I do. But I can't speak for everybody else.
You talking about
I'm talking about everything that I see outside of my relationship
Right,
and
in
everybody,
general.
you feel me?
Yeah.
But I see other guys
You
doing.
agree with that?
Yeah.
But Zay, you feel like on some fronts it's still around. Is that based off how you act with your lady?
Nah, I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and lie and be like, hey, I always open the door for her and stuff like that or something like that. I ain't got no girl in there, but you gotta think about it like this though. It's not more so the person, it's more so the house they grew up in, the father figure and the mother figure.
What they saw.
Exactly.
I agree
Yeah,
with that 100%.
So basically saying product of the environment.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
Cause you see, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't buy something for a girl, you know what I'm saying? Get a little play, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I open the door for a girl, you know what I'm saying? I take her out to eat, to the movie or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I seen both sides of it on the wall. Not everybody has it, it's either one way or the other.
Yeah.
So that's why I might get 50-50 with this.
I can agree with that because hell, I grew up in a household. I was raised by my grandmother, and I got by my mom. I got 4 sisters. That I was raised with. So I grew up in that type of household. Didn't know my brothers then. I wasn't raised with my brother, and my dad was in prison. So I never saw that type of dynamic with my mama. My mama, when she came back, she was in the house with me and my grandma and my sister. But I never saw that dynamic. I never saw a dude. I saw dudes come to see her, but I never saw dudes on a regular hold the door for, take out, do something nice for. Never saw that. So I would say it's depending on it has to do with your household, how you was raised, but it depends on decisions that you make as an adult. Because me, I always said the chick I deal with, that's gonna be my chick, I'm gonna do those things for her. Because I would want that. Say which I did. I have a daughter. I would want a dude who date my daughter to treat her with the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it was my decision to do those types of things.
You basically saying you want like how you treat your child mama, like how I got my little girl, and I'm still with her mom. Okay, so basically you saying I treat my woman with the utmost respect, and my daughter sees she gonna be like, okay, this what I want.
Pinpoint.
I want a man that feel like my dad. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like this how my daddy treat my mama, so why would I settle for less? And you feel me?
Because you got a perfect example. Guess what? Especially with your daughter, you are the first man she ever fall in love with. When y'all start having kids, remember that, especially if you have a girl. You the first man she fall in love with. You set the tone of what that little girl views as what a man's supposed to, how a man is supposed to treat her. You know, I mean, my daughter's 21 years old. She'll tell anybody, my daddy gonna, my daddy gonna make sure this, my daddy, because that was always something I made sure. You know, I mean, and you can only do that so far because when they get their personality and they become who they are, you know, people gonna make mistakes, but they gonna always come back to know my daddy. They gonna compare you, everybody else to you. I put it like that. They'll put up with bullshit for a little while, but when they get tired, they're like, my dad ain't, he don't treat me like my dad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a father in a daughter's life plays a big role. How he treats her mother, if she sees good things, she gonna want good things. And and she may see something in a cat that she deal with as a father, you may not approve of that dude. You see what I'm saying? But don't never try to be that type of parent where I don't want you with, no, let her make her own decision.
Because if you don't let her make her own decision, then she's gonna start making her own decision.
Let her make her own decision because you had to make your decision. And you know how you raise your child, you know how you treat your child. You treat her right. You show her the good thing. You show you know how you treated her mama. She gonna be alright. She gonna pick the right dude. You know what I'm saying? So it plays a major part in your household how you treat that mama because that is gonna in turn out how your daughter gonna allow herself to be treated. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was a good one.
So I say around 14, I started hearing this. Actually, I was 14. A lot of old heads, they come up to me. They be like, you working? I probably wasn't working at the time, but I do some small stuff, like help around the yard, in the house, or neighbor's house, somebody that get a few dollars in there. But he always tell me, always make sure you save. You know what I'm saying? And ever since he said that, I don't remember his name. It was so far, so long ago. But ever since then, everybody around his age always told me, save, save, save. And I ain't gonna lie, I got a saving problem. Like, I think we all do, but
Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna just put out. I got some saving problems I'm trying to work on.
I personally never had a problem with finances. I've been hearing save, budget, stuff like that since I was like 5. So, and I've been around my mother most of the time, and she's the one that really works with the money. So I personally just never had like this problem. I can save up to get what I want and have some left over. So my budgeting skills are A1.
Okay. I need to take class from you.
You gotta wait till you actually touch more money when you touch her.
Yeah.
That's when you change.
Oh man, that's a great point. That's a great point. Ooh.
That's when my problem come in.
You
I can save, cause especially when I'm working a job that I get paid every week, man, I save $150 out of like a $600 check. So I'm saving good money, bro. And then on top of that, I was putting saving like money in my little baby savings account. Like I started eating like pops. Like one day, he gave me an idea. He was like, man, instead of eating lunch all the time, the money that you use for lunch, give it to your baby, and then you just pack you a lunch. And I was like, yeah, I just do that sometimes, but I had started getting so comfortable with buying lunch every day. Yeah. So then I just started back to packing my lunches. And then my baby's account got bigger, her savings account got bigger. So by the time she get like 18, 20 years old, you feel me, she'll be straight.
Yep.
College would be paid for, all types of stuff like that. That's what he made me realize that should be stuff that you should start working toward. Cause I used to be the type of guy, I like to wear shoes and stuff, like buy the shoes, the latest shoes, all types of stuff like that. But at the end of the day, sometimes that stuff don't even be worth it. He made me realize that if you're gonna spend your money, spend it on something that's valuable, like, okay, get you a gun or something that's gonna still be able to resell or get you some gold or something. He gave me an idea. He told me, buy me a gold chain, like every time I give me a good little bit of money or something like that, go get a little 24 karat gold chain or something like that. When I get enough gold to the point I can melt it down to a bar, then I can keep that bar or something and then eventually sell it for, feel me, like $20,000, $30,000. Like
He
I
said
did it
more
like that.
than
He just gave me
And
some. Imagine if you save a goal for a whole year, get that metal down to the bar. You do it again for another year, get that metal down to the bar, and then eventually do it like 5 of them, and then you go to 7. Well, that's gonna be crazy.
Better stop buying them
Man,
Gucci,
they sell it
better
for a
stop
lot
trying to
more.
buy them Lambos, them SRTs, boy. I better y'all some.
But I'm saying nothing wrong with that if you got it, bro. Like everybody ain't got it like that. So you feel me? If you ain't got it like that, don't try to be out there acting like you got it like that, cause then you ain't gonna put yourself in a worse situation.
that's a
You ain't gonna do nothing. You trying to flex for everybody. Like a person, like me personally, I don't know about everybody else, but I respect you more if you be yourself. Cause if you don't be yourself, then I'm not gonna like you. Cause then I'm gonna be like, damn, this you fake. Like it's the fake.
I gotta watch you.
You feel me? I gotta watch you every time around you. Or I'm just gonna, or if I do fool with you, I'm just gonna trust and believe you for who you are. Like I'm just gonna know. Like you lie all the time, be like, okay, this nigga a liar, so whatever he say to me, it ain't gonna. You feel me? It's gonna go in one ear and go out the other one because you're not telling the truth. You feel me?
So the base of what y'all talking about with finances is dealing with assets and liabilities. Y'all know what those are?
The asset.
Asset appreciates with value.
Yeah.
A liability depreciates, costs you money. Assets make you money. Like I say, guns, gold, real estate, um, stocks, assets create wealth. Liabilities, cars, clothes, shoes, cost you money. It take money away from you.
Some of those things could be assets as well, like those old school cars, that will sell for more nowadays.
Do you know, you're right, but do you know how hard it is to keep a car to where it's profitable and to keep it in great tip top condition to where it's worth something?
But doesn't it lose its value once you change something on
If you customize it in any way, you take away from the value. It has to be 100% original, every way.
Like when niggas like before we lifting their trucks and stuff, it takes away from the value. Like an old school person, an old head who really know about the whip, they'll be like, man, I never put a lift in my truck. Keep it just like that.
I would never.
That lift gonna wear it out, the way you transmission out and stuff like that, and tear it up.
Rims do too.
Yeah,
In
rims
some
too.
regards,
Cause rims got weights in it.
I would never buy a car brand new off the lot again. Never. I bought that car brand new. Had 100 miles on it. The minute I left off that lot, I think it lost $5,000 in value. Cause I know I looked it up probably 6 months to a year afterwards. Shit, the car was worth less than I had left to pay on in a year. I've never bought a car brand new off the lot again. Well, I put it like this. Especially if I gotta get it financed. Now, if I buy it cash, and obviously I got it to spend, and I won't mind the depreciation. But if I gotta get it financed, I might as well just take some money, put it in a barrel, put a lighter fluid on it, and light it. And that's what I'm doing. But, yeah, they just wasting money. Throwing it away.
There ain't nothing wrong with treating yourself, you feel me? You gotta treat yourself, but don't overdo it. Like, okay, some people, like I said, are more wealthy than others, so okay, everybody can do it every day. I mean, that's not good for their part too, because they can end up losing money. You can have all the cash in the world, you feel me, and still be broke. You can end up losing that one day, because some people just like spend.
You brought up a good point as far as flexing for people in social media. How y'all
really.
How y'all feel about that? Does social media play a major part today in today's society in how people's personalities are?
Social media is the main reason. It ain't no other reason but social media. Everything on social media is basically social media set everything up so everybody can relate to it. So that's why people be on it so much, because they go on there, they see some, I can share this, they got something to do with what I'm going on right now. They got something to do, I'm in this situation right now.
Everybody trying to be the next big thing.
Yeah, everybody trying to relate to that situation. Like, okay, yeah, cool. You feel me? Like, Facebook at one point in time was like it was fun. Like you really got on Facebook, you feel me, to enjoy. See people, especially keep in contact with people that you ain't really see all the time, or people who stay in certain states and stuff. But now it's like, oh, you get on there, you see, oh, somebody that died, or some drama, some girls on there arguing, or these niggas over here arguing about some hoes, some females, you feel me, like stuff like that. It be like it don't even be stuff on there don't even make sense, but it makes sense like to people who feel like they going through it, like people who feel like they got a problem going on in their life or something. They get on Facebook and they see it, they got to share it and be like, oh, this is going on.
Man, I mean, I agree with you, bro. But you gotta think about some of the good that social media did too. Like
it has its perks.
Yeah.
You have pros and cons, but
the bad, the good outweigh the bad.
The
bad outweigh the good.
The cons outweigh the pros.
The bad outweigh the good.
Social media it's become a liability for people, not just a race of people, but people. People have become very desensitized to a lot of shit to where 10, 15 years ago, people would have been in uproar if they saw it. Killing. Live on social media. People just get thousands and thousands of views instantly. Where, back in the day, people like, why the hell is this on social media where people can see it? People have become desensitized to killing, to fighting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, social media has created, social media has created a society of almost zombified people.
Man, somebody get on social media and some folks won't even hear you when you talking to them. They'll just be in their phone.
Exactly.
Or kids be in their phone. Or they especially.
You know it's bad when certain jobs, they did it at my job, have to put rules into play to where when you walking from your car, you cannot have your phone in your hand. We've had almost near misses with people walking with their phone in their hand to their car, not see cars coming in the parking lot, almost get hit. Is it that serious?
Or driving in their car on social media.
Yeah, had to put laws into play for that. People have gotten killed. People have killed people on their phone doing something, FaceTiming or social media going live, and ran off the road or jumped the median and ran into another car, killed people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all on decisions. You make the right decisions, you make good decisions, man. I mean, social media ain't got to be the monster it is. We made it the monster it is. We made it the monster it is. I can even sit there and blame it on one generation. It's people my age, older than me, doing a lot of the stupid shit that's going on social media. It's a variant of age groups, variant of ethnicities, variants of genders, male, female, black, white, blue, green. I mean, it's sad, man. It's sad until people get a hold of it and we get back to the basis of what's really important in society, which I don't think we ever will. We lost as a society, man, because shit just gonna keep trying to outdo it. And the shit that's been trying to be outdone is senseless shit. Bunch of senseless shit. Yep. You got somebody like, there's several people on here on social media who use the platform to talk about what we talk about, finances or self-improvement or ownership. They get likes, they get views, but not so much as
that fight.
Not so much as
Some drama.
a cop with his knee on the neck till he died, somebody died. Not so much as a Gucci and Jeezy versus battle. You see what I'm saying? So society has its priorities in the wrong place as a whole. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. That was a great topic. That was a good topic. So we're gonna take this quick commercial break. We'll be right back in a few minutes with the Melanated Perspective podcast.